Sheiko, it's great to have you in Glasgow. How are you been getting on with the rehearsals with the orchestra?
It's been really, really wonderful. I love this piece and I love playing it with orchestra, and it's so great to be able to do it here.
And working with Martin, you know Martin of old.
Yes, we've played quite a few concerts together over the years, and so it's really nice.
So this is a new piece for you, Sheiko.
It's fairly new to me, yes.
Is there a progression for young cellists and what concerto they come and they play next?
When I was kind of younger, all of the cellists around would be learning Haydn C major concerto, and I learned that when I was younger. That was the first concerto I played, and then Saint-Saëns. Dvorak is not new to me in terms of orally. Of course, I've grown up listening to this piece.
So what does it feel to finally get a chance to play it and get your fingers around it?
It's a great piece and a great feeling to play this piece. For so many reasons. I think it's written so well for the instrument.
Now that's interesting, you say it's written well for the instrument, because Dvorak took a wee bit of convincing to write a concerto for cello. Did that surprise you?
It does, because now, I mean, especially when you hear this piece, you can see how amazingly a cello concerto can sound, and it's almost symphonic in the way this piece is written, and the role of the cello, as well as being a soloist, often has accompanying and counter melody roles and kind of challenges with the orchestra as well, and I really, really enjoy that.
Now, some of these challenges may be mitigated by the fact that because of social distancing, we're going to hear a reduced orchestration.
It is a slightly reduced version of the concerto, but I think it's done very, very cleverly, and you don't miss any of the lines or any of the harmony. They've a lot of, for example, parts in the second clarinet are in the flute or elsewhere in the orchestra. So you hear all of the lines as Dvorak intended, but slightly different.
So he's taken out some of the brass, and are the strings reduced in number?
The strings are slightly smaller than they would be, but I think as a string player in an orchestra, sometimes that's quite nice, because then you feel that you have the freedom to play more outwardly, because you have the space and you have to fill that space with your sound.
So we first met not long after you won the BBC Young Musician. You were still at school at that moment in time. You've since, of course, left school, and you were starting to get into that sort of solo international role. How did it feel making those sort of early tentative steps?
So I'm in my final year now, studying at the Royal Academy of Music in London, and I think what's been nice is the balance between still being a student, having weekly lessons with my teacher and being able to develop as a musician, but also have opportunities to perform, of course, around the world. And I see those as wonderful opportunities to perform, but also opportunities to develop through performances. And I think I learn so much through each performances, and I feel that over those 4 years of studying, my playing has really developed.
Sheiko, it's great to have you in Glasgow. Have a fantastic time. It's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you.